Well, somebody's finally agreeing with me on something. It's nice for a change. But somebody out there is claiming that Taylor Swift is practicing esoteric rituals, disguising them as concerts, and that's what everybody's getting into. That brings joy to my heart to hear somebody else say that for once. Well, hey guys, your friend Spencer here. Go ahead and smite that like button and subscribe to this channel if you're new. Thank you very much for watching. Go ahead and get our book, Calling Evil Good, the Live Christian Rock and Roll, available now here on Amazon. You can get this book, link in the description below, and we explain everything about this particular issue. I want to go to this article here and from the Christian Post. Before we do, I want to go just to the story of excuse me, I almost said Noah, but Moses getting the Ten Commandments from the Lord, and he came back down, and Aaron was leading God's people in Egyptian Baal worship, if you will. And by the way, if you don't know, the reason they were worshiping the golden calf is because the golden calf was a picture of Nimrod. Nimrod is, of course, you see the mighty hunter before the Lord in the Bible. And a lot of pagan history teaches us that Nimrod was a sportsman. He was a guy who was very loud and proud and boisterous, big brute of a man. And one of the ways he demonstrated his strength was he would fight bulls on his own. And so that's where like the idea of the Minotaur comes from, and that's where the idea of just wearing bull horns on your head comes from. And a lot of the depictions of Nimrod have him with a bull horn coming out of his head. Very interesting history. And so Nimrod kind of became synonymous with Baal through time, and so they were just worshiping a man. All that's just Antichrist related, and that we call the Antichrist the third Adam in our Third Adam series. But when these people were worshiping Baal, which was a form of witchcraft, the Bible says in Exodus 32:17, when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said unto Moses, there is a noise of war in the camp. And so it was very loud. And look what it says, Exodus 32, verse 18. He said, it is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither it is the voice of them that cry for being overcome, but the noise of them that sing do I hear. And so he said in verse number 19, it came to pass as soon as he came nigh to the camp that he saw the calf and the dancing, and Moses' anger waxed hot, and he cast the tables out of his hands and brake them. And it just so much here going on, and I love it. I mean, there was singing and dancing. People were undressed. Basically, what the Bible is describing here is a Taylor Swift concert. And you Christian parents that are allowing your daughters to become Swifties, you are out of your ever-loving mind. You are crazy. You don't know what you're doing. Allowing your kids to be subjected to this satanic junk, it's crazy. So let me go to the article here from the Christian Post. And this is the headline. Taylor Swift is engaging in satanic rituals in live shows. Christian artist claims music is dangerous. Now, former Boyzone star Shane Lynch has accused pop star Taylor Swift of engaging in demonic practices and satanic rituals during her sold-out shows and warned of the damaging effects such music has on children. I think when you're looking at a lot of the artists out there, a lot of the stage shows are satanic rituals live in front of 20,000 people without them realizing and recognizing. Lynch recently told Ireland's Sunday World, you'll see a lot of hoods up and masks on and fire ceremonies. Even down to Taylor Swift, one of the biggest artists in the world. You watch one of her shows and she has 2 or 3 different demonic rituals to do with the pentagrams on the ground, to do with all sorts of stuff on her stage. But a lot of people, it's just art, and that's just how people are seeing it, unfortunately. And that's what I've been saying for a long time. It's just art is always the cover phrase to cover for occultism right in your face. It's always that way. The 47-year-old Irish singer said there's a lot of hidden satanic messages in today's music, yet most listeners are oblivious to it. When it comes to a lot of the music that's out there at the moment, more of the hip-hop side of things, there's a lot of hidden satanic and a lot of evil within them, including down to the beats. It's very real. I found an article a couple years ago, I need to dig it back up, where the Grateful Dead drummer, y'all remember that old band, the Grateful Dead? The drummer said that he controls the music and he can actually summon demons with his drums. It's pretty wild stuff. I mean, and I'm just taking that at face value, what these artists are saying. And guys, this goes back to why we even wrote the book to begin with, Calling Evil Good, the Live Christian Rock and Roll. You just can't slap the word Christian onto paganism and make it okay. You just can't do it. And this battle is timeless. This battle is as old as mystery religion itself. God's people trying to keep the mystery religion out. That's what this all is about. That's what it's all for. He says, music attaches to your emotions, Lynch added. It has a connection to your spirit and how you feel. That's why I've stopped listening to those types of music myself, because it doesn't suit my spirit. And what the point is, when it comes to this mysticism and, mystery religion, it is love detached from truth, is how we described it in the Divine Feminine, 3 Adam 3. Love detached from truth, meaning that it is all emotion driven, and they're not saying anything meaningful or insightful, especially in the contemporary Christian pagan world. They're just giving you a ditty, and it's designed to elicit a feeling in you, and when that feeling wells up enough, it gives you some sort of euphoria, and it's like it's the high that people chase. Well, what is that? I mean, they're not doing a substance. What is this high that they are feeling? Well, it's magic. Guys, magic is not some fairy dust hocus pocus nonsense. Magic is a tangible spirit that is very tangible. You can feel it in your bones. You can feel it when you hear the music. It wells up in these people whenever I don't know. There's so many examples of this I can give, but these people get in a groove and they get to where they're feeling the vibe, all that. That is the occult. And to slap Christian occultism, the word Christian onto the word occult, is foolishness, but that's exactly what they're doing. And her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, I think he's been bewitched by this woman. I mean, why else would he become the spokesman of Pfizer? That'd have to be a really good payday, or he'd have to be under some sort of spell. Just my opinion. I mean, whatever. But that's what these people are saying. That's what they're into. And says it 100% has an effect on society. I think our society has never been worse in many areas, and it starts from our children. All these Swiftie girls, man, they're wanting to be like Taylor Swift. She has an immeasurable influence on young ladies today, and that is where all this points to. It points to the girls. And if everybody today all these girls wants to grow up to be some 37-year-old, barren woman who's never had a kid, never had a husband, nothing like that. I mean, that's not a good look on society. That has futuristic implications. And that's going to harm a lot of families. It's really going to be bad for America, especially the West. And I promise you that it's not good. Let's see here. Swift 34, and I said 37, she's 34, has previously been accused of promoting demonic activity through her music. In her 2020 Willow music video, she is shown observing an occult ritual and previously said the song, quote, sounds like casting a spell to make someone fall in love with you. That is real. People can do that. They can do it through pheromones, and they can do it through a cocktail of substances to make emotions in the human body react to that. They can also do it through spirit power, spirit energy. This is not a game, folks. People can do this. And when they're doing these mudras and these things with their hands, they are controlling a spirit power in their mind. So watch that kind of stuff. So the article goes on, pretty good article here, and people can try to minimize what comes out of Hollywood and say, oh, it's just entertainment, but it has a tremendous effect on the psyches and souls of your young people. She said the church needs to stand up against this darkness because it's truly having a devastating effect on the next generation. And so I agree with that just from the standpoint there. So. But folks, I'm going to tell you something. These people, I've said it for years, Katy Perry's a witch. Taylor Swift is a witch. These women are practicing a religion in front of you. They're not entertainers. They're practicing a religion in front of you. I've got videos even of Michael Jackson denouncing some of this stuff toward the end. And I'm not for Michael Jackson. I do believe Michael Jackson is not a Christian, and I don't think he's in heaven. But this stuff is very real. And it's getting worse and worse as time goes on. buy the book, folks. It'll help you. Calling Evil Good, the Live Christian Rock and Roll. And I know that this will be a blessing to you. Link in the description below. Amazon will send that to you. God bless you guys. Have a good day. We'll talk to you very soon.